his horns getting ready to come out in a minute. Like, all that shit's gonna shatter, and them horns are just gonna come out, and everybody gonna know he's the devil. And who is this moderator shit? Like, who is she?
I don't know.
I've never seen her before. Like, she gave me, you remember when they said the original,
what was her name?
The weakest link. Remember in the beginning they had that old white lady? That's what she reminded me of, but she just had way less spunk. I was like, I need you to shut this shit down, and she was
wait,
like,
wasn't her name Susan?
I don't know what her name was.
Because we have to know because he kept on repeating.
Why?
It.
Oh yeah, his name was Susan. His name. Sorry, little moderator lady, you looking like a bird.
He kept on saying like 100 times.
Susan.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Susan. We're all saying like, if you say Susan one last time.
Thank you, Susan. It's like, shut up. But yeah, a lot of people are like talking about the little fly on his head. Well, it really wasn't a little fly. I've seen little flies. That was a big ass horse fly that was sitting on that thing on his head.
Did you see what Charlamagne the God
said?
I did. No, about he put on Instagram and he said that fly, cause the fly knew. Shit. Yeah, consent's bullshit about to come out your mouth. So it's not turning on your head so you start.
If y'all haven't already, please go watch The Breakfast Club. I don't usually promote other people's shit, but I will promote them because they're dope and they've been around for a long time. And they are entertaining.
They had Breakfast Club for 10 years.
Yeah, like shout out Breakfast Club. Y'all are dope. I really enjoy the banter back and forth and the little memes and stuff. It's really hilarious. Also, Janelle Monáe put something up from the Flash perspective that was really funny.
Shout out to Janelle Monáe. Yeah. We love you too.
Yeah, we do. We really do. Even Wonderland Records. But yeah, I don't know.
So it's the presidential election. Yes, you should worry about it, but you should also vote next year too, because your vote's gonna be needed. Because I don't know if you saw it, but Congress is mostly all white men.
We just saw that, yeah. A lot of people don't realize, but
Congress does not look, and they don't have term limits. And they represent us, but they don't represent us really, because that's not the demographic of what America is.
It was funny because we went to a liquor store. Of course we went to a liquor store. But one of the workers there was saying that her daughter, she's like 9, and she was saying that she's so into like politics that she'll go to school.
Her daughter goes to like
it's a predominantly white school, but they were talking about, I guess, the presidential debate or whatever they were talking about that was political. And she came home and made the comment that she basically ripped her classmates and her teacher a new one because she had done research on the topic, which I think is great. We need more of our young people to understand the system. They need to understand the election process, and we need them to understand the people that are actually in power, and it's not the president.
And it's so easy to vote nowadays. Like, our people who fought for the right to vote, they used to get harassed and beat up trying to vote because they wanted to vote. And
we can do it by mail. Like, I don't understand what the problem is.
I think it was like millions of people didn't vote in 2018. Millions of people didn't, especially black people. They didn't vote.
Yeah,
and a lot of people they complain about the way things are, but they're not doing even the simplest of things to try to fix it. Like, oh, such and such, like my friend got arrested, and I don't like the judge. Judges run for re-election, but you didn't go out and vote, so you don't really care about your
right. If you really cared about who was going to judge your case, then why didn't you vote? At least you would know that they're fair because you had a hand in it.
That's why voting is so important. Like,
and don't wait until it's the presidential election to vote.
That's not the only people you have to vote for.
You need to give your presidential candidates help.
Because the president doesn't create the laws; it just vetoes them and it signs them into effect. It's the other people that you should be voting for on those offices.
3 more branches above the president.
Mhm.
So you need to vote for all of those and the president.
Yeah.
Because those are the people above the president are the people that you should, be, really voting for.
And you also have to start teaching your kids these things because let's face it, like in the long run, we are just here. And there's going to be a whole nother generation after us. And after that, and we need to make sure that these children are learning, reading, writing, and arithmetic and all that, but they also need to know about the powers that be, state, legislative, judicial. They need to know about all these things and how they work, and who they need to vote for, and who impacts what.
And it's like vote for a lot of new mothers are having children and so forth, but vote for their future.
Yeah.
Vote so they have a chance.
You need to research these people, not just the president. You need to vote. Research the vice president. You need to go
even
back
your
and
council.
because where you live is affected. Look at your mayors. Look at people that affect you directly. You may not like your neighborhood, but if you're not, looking at your council and looking at your mayors and looking at the people who have, a hand in everything, what's the point? Why complain? Nothing's going to change because you're not trying to change it. People who want change make change.
Who wants to take the pleasure of opening a tree?
It's a screw, cap.
Hold on. You have to sit there and present it.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm sorry. Okay, so at some point we were drinking Trick, and you guys may remember this from one of our previous episodes. It is a California red table wine, and it did trick us because we definitely got messed up off of it. So then I went to the liquor store and I was like,
whole name for it.
let's see if there's something else. And I found Treat, which is it's a white table wine. It's a little less potent than Trick, obviously. It's 12.75 alcohol by volume.
That's because it's Treat.
I don't know. I think this might be sweet. I haven't had this. I don't know. It doesn't really say if it's going to be sweet or not, but
just know that
I assume it might be.
Tricks you.
It definitely did trick me because I didn't know what that was going to taste like until we opened it. And I was like,
is treatful, so it shouldn't trick us. Tricked it.
Good.
And it just, the news just came out today that there will not be, the next presidential election was canceled because Trump has COVID still, and
we're not doing any of these debates.
And he didn't want to do it virtually.
I know what you're going to say, Daddy. You making a blush?
None, in my opinion, this year, none of the debates should have happened because
real talk.
I was like, at this point, they're just pep rallies because people already know who they voting for if they're voting at all.
I feel right. Is it just me or were these debates late?
No, they weren't late. They're just useless.
Okay.
Because it's not going to change anybody's.
I'm like,
the debate's not going to
Carol
change.
was talking about like, okay, well we're debating, but people are already voting, and I'm like, this is dumb.
No, we've never already been in motion of voting. That's why. Because
we didn't have mail-in ballots, we were all like going to the polls.
Yeah, we were all going.
That's what it is.
A lot of people been doing mail-in ballots.
Yeah,
for
like
decades. No, some states have done it for decades, but it's not a lot of states. Not even half the states, or a third of the states.
But this is our new normal. Like, I think a lot of people are sitting back and they're like, oh, when this ends, and I'm like, I don't.
Oh, when it ends, it is going to end.
You think? I disagree. I don't think it's going to end. I think this is like our new norm. I think face masks and some of these practices.
No, it's going to end because it's ended in other countries already. People aren't wearing masks.
In America, and we got this orange guy.
Well, think about it this way. It's still going to be going on because, Pennsylvania just got over 1,000 and.
No, I mean like the practices. I mean like all these things that we're doing
That's
now.
not a lot of cases for a state. Did you realize that?
Yeah, but
we're still in the lower portion of states when it comes to since we're so restricted.
Too many. But I feel like all the things that we're doing now like with the, masks and social distancing. These should have been things that we should have been
that
doing.
alligator?
Like,
No, it was PA.
these are things that we should have been doing. Like, these other countries that have curbed their infection rate and all that other stuff is because they've been wearing masks. And they don't have so much pushback. Like, we're so divided as a country that I feel like it's going to be harder to get everybody on the same page. Like, everybody's like, well, I don't want to wear a mask. Well, I want to wear a mask. I think everyone should wear a mask. I think no one should wear a mask.
But
and no one's going to be like, okay,
I-
just for the sake of argument, everyone wear a mask, everybody social distance, so
But
we can
I
make this
think-
go away.
I think even after all of that lifts up, whatever, I would still want to wear one.
Oh, I'm never taking off my mask. I'm sorry. Like,
Because,
I know that at some point they're going to come up with some sort of vaccine, and that's great, but I don't trust. I'm so over it. I've already had issues with people and their germs, and now I'm like, no, great. Now I don't have to make an excuse. Now I can wear gloves and a mask all the time. Yes, this is great. I love this curbside pickup. I love the fact that we have deliveries. I don't like doing in-person stuff. I love all of the changes that we've made. Like, it's a little inconvenient in some cases, but I'm like, yeah, this is great. I don't want to do any of this. Like, I like the fact that I can get everything delivered. I don't like the fact that a lot of our businesses are suffering because of this, but most businesses now are like, they've modified the way that they operate and they're bouncing back. And they're doing great because they're like, look, we don't have any overhead, we don't have anything, we can do deliveries, we can do takeout, pickup, whatever, cool. I don't have to have a server, I don't have to pay these extra employees. But I'm like, I don't have a problem with any of this. I'm completely alright with this staying exactly the way it is. Except for the travel ban. Because I think we're all going a little stir crazy. We want to go away.
Yeah, so don't forget to vote November 3rd. November 4th, relax, because we won't have the results for quite some time. But also, don't get discouraged. This won't be the new norm forever, especially if the administration changes and mask mandates become on a federal level, which I do see happening. Some states have such very low numbers. Some have 5,000 cases a day. It just depends on where you live. Some people have moved because of their cases being so high in their state.
A lot of people just aren't traveling.
And since Pennsylvania is so strict, I think it's like most of the country, Pennsylvania governor warned most of the country, like, oh, do not travel to most of the states in the United States.
Yeah, they just put out what was it?
A travel advisory.
Yeah, another list of places because.
And one thing I will applaud PA is we do have a lot of cases, but like I said, when you look at the grand scheme of things, we're pretty low because we take wearing our mask very serious because you can't go nowhere without the damn thing. And
They won't let you in. Like, it's very serious here. You cannot go to the grocery store unless you have a mask.
but also our death rate has been
low.
significantly low.
Yeah, it's been low.
9,000 people recovered from COVID in the state, and they weren't dropping those numbers for the longest. But I guess since I work in data, I like to look at the numbers. I was like, don't just show me the cases, show me the deaths, show me this, that, and the third. And I like to look at the numbers and extract them and do this, that, and the third with them when I'm like hyper focused on something and I just want to do that. I was like, okay, so that's kind of comforting to know that yes, the state isn't opening up anytime soon, and they finally fixed the capacity limitations to what it should be for indoor and outdoor gatherings.
Because that was a mess for a minute. Like, I know that there's a lot of people.
It's a little strict on the percentage it got.
Yeah,
That's what we're saying.
Because
They
before
fixed
it
it.
wasn't. It was like, oh, well, you can have 25 people, but it didn't matter how big your space was.
Inside.
Like, it could be a closet, but you have 25 people in this closet. It's like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And people were actually doing that. So it was weird. Like, I have sisters and stuff that would come from like Ohio, but Ohio is open.
But I'm glad we live in this state. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I enjoy it.
Because it's so weird. It's like people come from Ohio and they're like, y'all still gotta wear a mask? Yes, we do. And y'all should be wearing masks too. You should all be wearing masks. And I know a lot of our people, and I'm going to be very liberal with that, our people, some believe that this is a hoax and that they, they make a joke, it's the corona or whatever, you're afraid, and they make a joke about it. This isn't funny. It's not funny. And I think it's less funny when it directly impacts you or your family. Yeah, you could argue it's a man-made disease, the man put it out. Whatever your conspiracy theories are, great. It doesn't exempt you from the fact that it affects people. It kills people. And if it affects someone that you love, you get very offended when somebody just says, oh, it's ha ha ha, it's just, it's like the flu or something else. We need y'all to wear masks. I don't care if your state is green. Please wear a mask.
But
you don't know
they've done a study in Pennsylvania, and we are wearing, like people.
Most people are wearing masks.
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah. It's the little ones that ain't. They get on my nerves. Like, we go to a trail every once in a while, and I was surprised to see anyone with a mask on. I thought we were going to be the people with the like the sore thumb sticking out with a mask, but most of the people had on a mask. And if they didn't have it on right away, like when they got close to people, they put their mask up. Yeah, they should wear it all the time, but I'll take anything at this point. I'd rather you have it, and when you get close to a group of people, pull it up, than not wear it at all. Because no one really is giving us a straight answer on how this stuff is spread, and I don't want it. I don't think anybody wants it. I don't know how it's going to affect someone after you've had it and recovered. They don't know the long-term effects. They don't have a vaccine.
But also, if you're taking the precautions that you should be taking, you don't. It's not going to stress you out.
Right. Real talk. Like, we go bike riding. We find ways to do things, but we take the precautions. That way you just adjust. It's an adjustment. It's literally an adjustment.
It's like, even though we're riding bikes or whatever, we still wear our masks. We may be walking in the park, we still wear our masks.
Yeah. And I mean, we've even gotten to the point where our masks rotate. Like, we have different masks for different things. Like, when you're outside, you can't wear, I know you guys have seen these 3M respirator or whatever. We have those. And we also have the little surgical masks that are not as encumbersome when you're doing something that might, you might have to breathe a lot, and I need air, so I'm not going to wear a huge respirator on my face. You adapt and you adjust. You're American, we're human, we can adapt and adjust. And yeah, it's uncomfortable at first, but it's just what you do. It's just kind of like when you get new technology. You adapt and you adjust. You learn different ways and different things that you have to do to make your life more comfortable. And so you're not inflicting this on somebody else. There's a lot of people out here that have a compromised immune system. Our older folks, we don't want them getting sick. Mom, dad, grandpa, grandma. We want them to, live comfortably. I don't want to be like, I gave granddad coronavirus and he died. I don't want to be that. Like, nobody wants that. That's terrible. You killed grandpa. That's not what I want. Like, it's terrible.
I forget what I was watching or what, I forget what I was watching, but there's one girl, she got the coronavirus, and then she ended up giving it to her grandma and her grandpa, and that didn't go good. But it's like, even if, like, be careful, like, stay your distance.
And try not to focus on, it's a very big time, but try not to focus on all the bad things. You don't have to be super productive because everyone copes with things in their own ways, But if you're always in this dark place because you feel like the world is falling, that's not healthy for you mentally, and it'll affect you physically. And that could leave you susceptible to illnesses and diseases.
Yeah. And enjoy the people that you're around. Like, I know that everybody, they should, at this point, I don't know if everybody has this, but they should have a group. You know, a group of people that, you know, get tested. Like, we have a group, and we know that each other is, you know, we're going out, we're getting tested, we're social distancing, we're wearing our masks, we're doing what we need to do to make sure that we're all safe, you know, because it's not just for us. You know, we're younger adults, and I'm not saying it doesn't affect younger adults. I'm just saying that you may go home to your family, and I don't want to encounter you and you encounter them and give them something. So, you know, be happy that you can be around the people that you can be around. Be happy that, you know, you have time to spend at home. And, you know, I know there's a lot of memes going out about, you know, after this pandemic, I'm going to come out this way, or I have so much time to be productive.
You don't have to start a business.
Yeah, like, you don't have to do that. Stop worrying about this thing that everybody's like, ooh.
That's unfair to
yeah, like, everybody's like, ooh, I got to hurry up and work out. So when I come out of this pandemic, I'm going to be looking fly. First of all, that never works. I mean, for some people, maybe it does. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've never eaten so much cheese and fried chicken in my entire life. And I have no intention on stopping that.
The only thing you gain from this pandemic is
a
weight.
couple-
It's
yes.
gone.
Come out thicker than a Snicker. Come out thicker than a Snicker. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know, when you
That
came
means
in,
you stayed at home and you
that means you were happy and you
ate good.
and you had food. Because there's a lot of people out here that when the shelves were empty, they didn't have food. So if you come out of this pandemic and all this shit and you gain a couple pounds, that means you were doing good. You were eating good. You were happy. Good for you. There ain't no shame. Ain't no shade and none of that. You know, cheers to you.
Yep, and
Yeah.
not focusing on the negative. Like,
Cause nobody got time for that. Like, people out here losing jobs and getting new ones. So,
I don't like that one as much.
which one? The treat?
She's not very good.
I don't like it. It's trash.
Treat is gross.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's not sweet. It's not really.
It's just treat. It's like
It is a table wine though.
mm-hmm.
It's It's like the opposite.
I feel like we went from what is it, 19 crimes? Is it 19 crimes?
Mm-hmm.
To this, and that was a bad decision. We should have went from 19 crimes to this, because this
That
is
white isn't very good. It tastes like scraps, like the bottom of the barrel, whatever was
It
left.
tastes like watered down something.
It turned into wine. I didn't like it.
Like it tastes like, okay, you know the Chardonnay we used to get in the box. It tastes like the Chardonnay, but someone poured water in it, like a little bit of water.
So
It's not terrible.
all right.
I think it tastes.
I think we covered everything. We kind of did a pandemic/election episode. I'm at Just Day.
President Trump stay inside the house. Stay quarantined.
Get on your damn name. What you talking about?
Sorry, I was just
Don't nobody care about that orange bubble. Never mind.
14 days.
It's not gonna happen. It's too late. Tell me your name. Tell me where you at. Who are you? She's not taking me anymore. I promise you.
I got it.
No, you don't.
Pump your brakes.
I don't have to, because you're gonna pump them for me.
Mick Wilson, 89.
No.
Mick Wilson in 89. Follow me.
On what?
Instagram.
Oh, could you tell them that's where you at?
Okay.
One more time for the people in the back.
Mick Wilson in 89 on Instagram. Follow me.
Don't follow her. I say this every single episode. Don't follow
Fuck
her.
you, Dale. Fuck you.
Do not follow her. She doesn't know her name. She don't know her handle. She don't know none of that. But you could follow me. It's AngelleeTV, House Wine. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. It's Just Day McWilson at 89. It is Lee Angels, AngelleeTV. And if you haven't already, go and follow us on My House Wine, which is also on Instagram. and go on YouTube. And we need subscribers. Subscribe to the channel. If you're enjoying these videos, we need y'all to subscribe. Subscribers make a difference. It helps us continue to bring you guys content every time you log on. So,
But we also need you to comment below.
yeah, we want to know what you think.
Down below.
We really
like
do. We want to know what you
here.
think. Yeah, it should be somewhere around. Let's see.
Hey.
Yeah, right here. Yeah. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, and that is. I'm not gonna do that because that's a Lily Singh thing. Shout out to Lily Singh.
Wait, hold
You
on.
love you?
Stop. We love. Wait, well, I was about to do the same exact thing.
Can't do that. It's
But
already.
I thought about doing it, and that's when I didn't do it. You was like, oh,
That is a. No, we're not gonna do it. But we love you, Lily Singh. Follow
we
us.
love you.
Bye bye.